Yo, what up, what up? Welcome to the HeartAF Podcast. I'm Christine, the spiritual G, and I'm here to help you grow hard as fuck. So what does that mean? It means I help you grow into your heart frequency so you can break through fear, stories, limiting beliefs that have been keeping you from stepping into who you came here to be and from living your dopest reality. I was like, yo man, I love myself so much. I feel so whole and complete. Until you get confronted through relationships. And I'm really learning that that's where the growth is. That's when we start to really see ourselves where we're at. All to say is that this year I had asked the universe for me to grow through hard as fuck activating experiences that get me to grow deeper into my heart, to really open up my heart wider, for me to be even more connected with that space. And the universe definitely delivered. You know, when you ask something for the universe, that shit happens. It's when you are ready to receive the lesson, the growth, the experience that will crack you open wider because you have been leveling up, because you have been, getting to a space where you are able to grow through it. So, with that being said, where we're at, if you are moving through a heartbreak, a breakup, a letting go of someone that you love, of a dynamic, I feel you. And I'm sending you so much love. Have compassion for yourself and gentleness and grace. It's a process. It's a process. But if you are feeling pulled and called, and the voice inside, your heart is needing to let go in order to love yourself more, trust that. Trust that. And also, trusting that if you are moving through this heartbreak, this breakup, if you're being presented with this opportunity or this feeling or this awareness, it's because you are meant to grow through it. Because you are meant to crack open wider to the love within you. I want you to take a moment to sit with that. The experience that you're growing through is because you're ready. You're ready to upLEVEL. Humanity, the world, needs you more than ever. And in order for us to co-create, to dissolve the fear in this world, is to love ourselves more by nurturing yourself and tending to your heart and what it needs right now. You're able to come back to the frequency of love that is within you. And that's when we heal. It's not by holding on. And as I'm saying this, I'm feeling a little bit of sadness. Because that's what I'm feeling right now too. Is that I need to let go. So I'm in a space of, how do I let go? How do I surrender to what is and trust in love? This year I went through a heartbreak. 2 heartbreaks, actually, I would say. That is really, really kicking my butt. The first one being my dad passing. I literally felt a physical heartbreak. Like my heart felt cracked. And I've been processing that for the last 2 months. That he is no longer here in the physical. And how that makes me feel. And the thing about this journey of the heartbreak and letting go is it's not easy. It's never easy. This is why I feel like what's important is to cultivate a deeper relationship with your heart so you can move through these waves and this darkness, the unknown, the uncomfortability, the fear. It's not through the mind. You want to feel safe and seen and heard and felt and loved no matter what. Your heart will give you the strength. Your heart will let you know that it's going to be okay. That you are going to be okay. With this solar eclipse, we are being asked to really go deep. Like really go deep within you and ask yourself the question, where have you not met yourself deep enough that we are holding on to relationships with others, patterns? Where have we not given ourselves love? Where have we been suppressing this yearning that our heart wants to feel, to be met? And I'm recognizing this in myself. This very subtle yearning of wanting to be loved by someone else. That's what makes it hard to let go, is when we feel like we need that love. We deserve to be loved deeply in the way that we yearn. But that doesn't mean that we need to give that responsibility to others. And so I'm moving through a process right now where I fell in love with this beautiful soul that came into my life this year. Right when I asked the universe, how can you help me love myself deeper? How can you help me break open wider so that I can really step into mission to help others grow hard as fuck, follow their heart? And this experience, this dynamic has shown me where I have not deeply yet loved myself, all the shadows. And I'm realizing that, fuck, I am so grateful for this experience. Because it's really getting me into a space where I'm being asked to love myself deeper. And that's not always easy. To love our shadows. To unconditionally accept who we are. So this is me processing and letting you know that it's okay to feel what we feel. It's okay to feel this pain of letting go. In letting go, we will at first feel like we are losing something, someone. But with time, trust that in losing something or someone, it creates a space that also feels like a void at first. But this is an opportunity for you to fill that space, to fill that cup, to really get deep within to know what it is that you truly desire. Because if you have suppressed your needs, your desires, your heart, if you have not listened to the needs of your heart, of what it wants to feel safe, open, alive, seen, heard, felt, if it has not felt fully valued in the other's presence, and that you've been settling for that, if you've been lying to yourself for what it is that you really desire and need, this is an opportunity for us to really go deep in these spaces that we have not yet loved ourselves. And trusting that the more you pour into these holes, these spaces that have not been met, at first will seemingly feel like there is a hole. But really, this is a space that you now have the opportunity to fill back up with your own love. This is why we hold on. We hold on because we think that it's filling this void, this love that we yearn. And so by having the courage, cultivating the courage to let go of what is not in alignment with your heart, of what your heart is screaming for, this love, this deep, deep love of loving ourselves so deep that we feel so whole. By letting go, you are opening up the door to a deeper love within yourself. It's an opportunity. Because if we hold on to what is not aligned, then we are not in our truest, highest frequency. We are not being authentic. And if you have a mission, which we all do, you feel called to your mission more than ever with everything that's going on in the world, then we can't afford not to be in our light, we can't afford to be suppressing what it is that we truly desire. What if we use these relationships and dynamics that are not working out as a mere reflection of where we need to go deeper within ourselves, where we need to fill those spaces in the void? I love this person so fucking much. I have never loved someone this much. And I've observed myself give and receive and also love unconditionally as best I can. All to see that the triggers that would come up were reflecting the parts of me that I needed to love myself more. The parts of me that felt insecure, the parts that felt not fully safe within myself. And so, I guess what I'm trying to say is that whatever you're moving through during this time, solar eclipse, this need, this pull to release something, someone, a pattern, a coping mechanism, a relationship that is not in alignment with where you're at, with who you are in the now, with where you're yearning to grow. Trust that in letting go, you will heal. You will come back to your heart in an even deeper way. You will create an even deeper relationship to yourself, to love. And so I keep telling myself, it's okay. It's okay to let go. And also, have gratitude for what this situation, this relationship showed you. For everything that it brought you. For all the love that it reminded you could feel. And how big you can love. Like when you meet someone that your heart just feels so safe in, like so at home with, and so much love and this connection, the bliss, that is also showing you the capacity to which you can love, which now you may be called to bring it back to you. To bring it back to you. Because you deserve to feel that love. You deserve to be loved in the way that your heart desires, truly desires. Not from the mind perspective, the ego of what the society has taught us to see love, but in the way that makes you feel like you can fully be in your expression, fully be received in where you're at. And the key is to, in these moments where you feel like you are losing someone, something, and ultimately love, know that you are love, that you have access to unconditional love within you. Your heart is there waiting to support you and hold you. And to let go is to feel what it is you're holding on to, the fear. And that by you holding yourself in this space, and if you need support, definitely reach out for support. If you need someone to hold you in that space with love as you let go, feel free to do that. I held myself in the last 2 days as I was coming to reality with what I was trying to hold on to. Because of what it made me feel. Because I have so much love for this person. But sometimes it's not the right season. Sometimes it's not the right timing. And to love ourselves is to let ourselves be where we are. What we need in this moment, in the now. The love that is calling us in the now. Our heart that wants to feel seen, heard, felt, and letting everyone else be where they be. To unconditionally love yourself and others in the now is to let it be. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Don't try to control it. Let it go. The more we accept what is falling apart, what is pulling us in and out, let yourself grow there. Let themselves grow where they need to grow, with love. Because by letting go, you are freeing yourself as well. You're allowing yourself to have more space to receive what is in alignment right now, to receive the love that is within you, that you may be asking for and needing to feel. So at the end of the day, you are love. You have always been love, and you have always been loved unconditionally. I think it's our minds that try to trick us into thinking we need to do more, we need to settle, we need to try to receive love, to receive the love that we desire. But you being is love. So it's all about letting ourselves come back to this space within ourselves, with our heart, to really give it love and to let ourselves feel love. By you not holding on, you are loving yourself more. Just in the simple act and intention of not holding on to something that feels like it is not in alignment, where it feels like you are suffering and draining and trying and by letting that go and just dropping the weight, dropping the trying, you are moving towards loving yourself more. And that's where it all begins. We cannot ask to step in fully to our mission into being, which is really being, by holding on to things that do not reflect who we are, that cannot fully receive who we are. And if we were to work in the reverses, how can we cultivate deeper love for ourselves? How can we make more space to be? How can we get even deeper with ourselves to really love ourselves, our shadows, our darkness? How can we light that shit up? Yo, man, I have been so triggered in this dynamic that at this point, I can't even close my eyes to it. Realizing that there are parts of me that I have not fully loved. And it's a process. And it's not a race. But it's having that awareness and making the choice. Every choice you make is an intention. It's an energy. And if we know that this is a game of frequency and that the more we love ourselves and come back to being, to the space where we can fully be in our expression, in our light, not hiding shit, not needing to try to please, to gain love from someone else, the more we can actually heal humanity, the more we can actually be in our mission, what your soul came here to do, what it signed up for. And I am not coming back another lifetime to repeat these lessons again. So I don't know about you, but I'm tired of this shit. And I know our mind will tell us it's like this person is the love of our life. We cannot let go. And try to convince us to settle and try to hold on because we think that we are not worthy of anything else, that we fear that we will not feel this love ever again. So the message I got was, you will feel love in an even deeper way if you make the courageous act to let go. You can't see the picture right now, but trust that in doing so, the universe will support you, because that's you being authentic of what you need, of what you want to feel. The universe will show you how you can love yourself more. In these moments where you feel like everything is breaking and falling apart, that is your mind. That is your mind breaking down your identity of what you thought you were, of who you thought you were with this person, this situation. Because once your mind starts to clear and empty, that's when you can come back to really feeling who you are at your essence, really tapping into the heart to feel that love that you've been wanting. And to trust that doing it in reverse, where you are cultivating an even deeper relationship with yourself, with loving yourself, that it will ripple effect into your whole entire life. That you'll be walking, feeling so whole and complete, that you will be attracting, magnetizing, aligning with opportunities, experiences, partnership, and soul tribe, and everything that your heart truly desires. It will be reflected in your outer world. But I feel like what we often have done was that we look for that love to fill that void inside of us. We look for it on the outside through these relationships, only to realize that these relationships are serving as a mirror reflection of what we are yearning to feel within ourselves, of where we have not loved ourselves and where our heart has not felt fully seen, heard. Wow, my Gemini moon really is going through a process of letting go, of releasing. By you releasing and really claiming what it is that you truly desire to feel, you are coming back to your heart and who you are in a much deeper way. You are opening up the portal for a much deeper love that will not ever leave you. Because the more we can feel this love within ourselves, the more we don't need it on the outside. So how do you do that? How do you let go, and how do you learn to love yourself deeper? This is where I'm at with this situation. I am tired of trying to prove my worth. My worth of being fully loved from this person. I surrender. I surrender to what is, to where my heart is feeling called. It needs. And it's for me to come back. And to come back is to let go. Letting go is a service to everyone involved. You get to love yourself deeper and align with what is meant. And they get to also freely grow where they yearn to grow. And to trust that if it's meant, it will happen. But the only way to do that is to be in alignment with your true self, with where you're at. So if you need support to feel what you feel without your mind getting in the way, without judging yourself for this pain that you may feel, and letting go, to remind you that you are worthy no matter what, that you are still loved, and that you will still be loved. Reach out to someone you feel called, that makes you feel seen, safe, heard, felt. You don't need to do this alone. For this choice that you may feel called to do. For me, I reach out to my soul tribe, or I sit with myself and I create a safe space to be with the fear of letting go, with the feelings that come up in letting go of this person. The messages will feel different. They will be different when you create that deeper relationship with your heart. It won't be one of shame or guilt or judgment. It'll be one of compassion, gentleness, nurturing. And so how can you hold yourself where you're at with love? How can you let go with love, with feeling love? Be gentle. Let yourself love yourself where you're at, to hold you there unconditionally. You don't need to change what you feel, but you need to be held in it with love. And I would highly recommend during this time to seek support for the courage to move through this decision that you feel called to let go, to come back to you, to love yourself deeper. And I would also encourage you to be around nature. Nature helps you come back to your heart. It helps you feel held, helps you feel grounded, helps you drop in. Really nourish yourself in these moments, because it's going to feel like a void. It's going to feel like an emptiness. Your mind will want to hold on because it thinks that it will be empty, that it will not feel love anymore. So stay in your heart as much as you can about it. Whatever it takes for you to move out of your mind. Healing modalities, breath work, meditation, art. For me, it's art, dancing, music, movement. So that you can come back to the connection of your heart and feel from that space without judgment, to emotionally let go. If you feel called to dive deeper with your heart, and you feel like it's time for you to let go of someone, of something, a situation, and you need that support to just be held with love and compassion for where you're at, and to be reminded that it's going to be okay. If you are tired of suffering, of having your mind tell you you're not enough, you're not worthy, that you will never love again or be loved, through letting go, I got you. I'm doing this with myself right now. Really allowing the feelings to come up of what it means to let go of this dynamic or this person. And it's scary because you think that, fuck, this was the deepest love you've ever fucking experienced. How can you feel that again? Does that mean that I'm not worthy? That I'm not enough to feel this? That this person is not choosing me because I am not worthy of it? This is the mind. This is the fear speaking. But really, if you're feeling called and pushed towards letting go, and it is getting loud, and things are not working out, and it feels like you're resisting, controlling, forcing, and you feel like it is not truly what you need, being courageous and letting go is because the universe knows that you deserve it. You deserve to feel loved in the way that you yearn to feel loved, in the deepest way. And it starts with you. So this is an opportunity now that by letting go, you will create the space for you to come back home, to come back to your heart, to start really giving it attention in the way that it wants, because the void only happens because we have not been fully present with ourselves, holding ourselves deeper. How can you love yourself more? If you were to let go of this situation, this dynamic, and you feel like love has left, how could you make yourself feel love without seeking it from another person? That is the question. Hold yourself as if you're holding someone that you love until you feel that love. This is an opportunity for you to grow next level, for you to realign with who you really are, for you to feel your love deeper, and from that space, create and align with all that you truly desire in the physical. Because we are love. We are meant to be love. And by coming back to love within ourselves, we will be sharing that with others wherever we go. And there's no way that the universe won't match that in gifting you all that your heart truly deserves and desires. It'll be a reflection in that sense, versus us trying to find love, for us to feel love. You will be love, and you will be reflected in love. I love you so much. If you need to dive deeper, if you feel called to it, hit me up. Hit me up on IG at I am the spiritual G. DM me, grow hard as fuck. Or visit thespiritualg.com. I got you, even if it is holding space for you to feel what you need to feel from a space of love and compassion and nurturing and reminding you that you are love and that you are loved unconditionally. It's okay to let go. Let it be. What is meant will be. I love you. Peace and much love.